let's see if I can share. Copy. I'm going to share this and get things going. I wanted to talk. Oh, this just pisses me off. Facebook does. Let's see if it'll share. YouTube's not much better, but I'm at least getting live on it. So let's close that out. All right. So I hope you can hear me. I hope everybody can see me. Oh, what a day. What a day. What a week. What a week. Oh, my goodness. All right. I've been trying so hard to fit into the spiritual world. I'm not even going to go there. Not going to go there. I am going to talk about what's happening in my world and what I'm seeing. We had another customer that was cyber attacked. They're not paying their bills. They're trying to get everything up and running just to pay their employees, all rebuilding. That was my week on that. And I've got some accounts receivable out there I'm chasing down, and there's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. Just wait. So let's see here. It's been a rough year, I think, for everyone. And I got to sneeze. I know I got to sneeze. And I don't, things are going to switch up a little bit and move a little bit here pretty soon, supposedly, with the astrology. That's great. We're almost done with the house. I said this year, through last year into this year, you need to protect your four walls. So that's your auto, your home, your utilities, and your food. Those are your four priorities. If you can't buy food, you shouldn't be buying anything else. If you can't pay your rent, you shouldn't be buying anything else. If you can't pay your car loan to get to work, then you shouldn't be spending any other money. If you can't pay utilities to keep your lights on, then you shouldn't be spending any other money. That's the way it goes. So the four, building this house that we're building, and we're so close to being done, that's going to be passive income for us, hopefully. If not, I'll put it on the market and sell it. I mean, that's what we were growing towards, a passive income where I can work out of it 3 days a week, and then we can VROB it the other days. So that's what we were working towards this. And this summer I'll have like early morning meditations or sun gazing or whatever. We're going to do a lot of different things. I got a lot of things in the works, but it has to be done in order to move on. So that's what we're working on. Very close. Oh my gosh. Very, very close. I am so grateful that, every time I would ask, oh, I just want to be able to walk in and flip a light switch. Well, within weeks, we were able to walk in and flip a light switch. I just want to go to the bathroom and not have to run to the other house to go to the bathroom. Within weeks, we were able to do that. Last week, I said, I just want to walk in here and be able to be barefoot. And I think next week, part of it. Yeah, I think next week we should be there. We should be there next week. So, yeah, we did a lot of it ourselves. I am a big person when it comes to, if I don't know how to do something, you know what I'll do is I'll YouTube that shit. I'll YouTube it and take a look and see if I can figure it out. What the hell? I'll figure it out. Maybe I won't right away, or maybe I'll have to watch a couple YouTubes. But yeah, we did a lot of it ourselves. My husband's a contractor, an industrial contractor, and he can build anything. So this was a more challenging home. He said next time he wouldn't build one quite this intricate with all the peaks and valleys that it has. So next time it'll be a flat flat one or a single level. So, but yeah, it's been it's been very cool. Let's talk about what's happening in the news this week. I guess the big thing is Trump. I haven't even hardly been on TikTok because I just didn't want to see it. I know it's there. I know it's going on. Okay, so Trump trial, can't go see his son's graduation, can't go to the Supreme Court when they rule about it. It is what it is, you guys. It just is. If you can't tell by now, they all suck. And I have always been a proponent of you go vote, you make your voice be heard, and I have always been that proponent. I've always been that, yeah, government is okay to a certain extent. Well, they've overstepped their boundaries several ways, several times. So it is what it is now. And now we just have to keep up on it. They passed that spending bill. So a whole bunch of money is going to Ukraine. I don't know how the economy is still running. I really don't know how. It's teetering both ways. It could go either way. They're going to have to do something before the end of the year just to keep things going. They're going to have to do something. I don't know if they can. There is no money. And by the way, did you pay your taxes? A lot of people that have never paid taxes. I've always been that bird is just a chirping. I've always been one that when I start having to pay taxes, I was pretty honored to be the top 3% to pay taxes. I pay a lot in taxes. And honestly, I was honored that I was able to be that way. My mom was never that way. My family had never been that way. So to be able to pay taxes, I was like, I'm good with it. Now, have I gotten really smart about my taxes? Yes. The year we had a $40,000 tax bill. Thank God we had the money to pay it, but that was the only time that has happened. I've been very, very smart. There's a lot of tax stuff that you can do out there. And you got to find a good CPA. Find a great CPA because they are priceless when you can find one. And I have the best. I have the best CPA out there. So I have always been one that if I have to pay taxes, you have to pay taxes. You just do. I remember thinking, you know, back, oh my God, this has probably been 17 years ago. No, it would have been probably about 12 years ago. I was hearing about the national debt, and each person, living person, owed like 27, $30,000 a piece in our national debt. And I was like, can I just write you a check and be done with it? And then we don't have this issue anymore. I don't want to be responsible for any national debt at this state. I'm done. I remember thinking that, and that's not how it works. I know that. But it was just like, can I just get out of this? If you've noticed, they changed the quarter. And that was a big thing. People were pointing that out to me, how they changed the quarter. Well, I knew that money was not of value anymore when our coins started to change. And they're not made of the same caliber of silver. It's the copper. You can tell they feel cheap. So that's when I knew that the dollar was going around. Gold is just like skyrocketing. I bought gold when it was $1,200. The most I ever paid for gold was I think $1,400 an ounce. So I did very good on that. And and then silver's doing very well. Precious metals are going to hold out because they just do. Platinum. I bought platinum. I sold it recently, but I bought platinum way back when. Um, So that's doing very well. We're protect your four walls. Do you have food? I just bought another half of beef. Don't know. Actually, I was out of steaks and summer's coming, so I had to get another half of beef. And then I gave away a bunch of hamburger that I had left over so we can make it through. We could fit the rest of the new stuff in there. And so if you can stock up on a few extra things, my rule of thumb when I went through this before was if I went to the grocery store and something was on sale, I bought at least two of them if I could. Two. Um, Now sales are very few and far between, so I would express that even more. Cans of soup, something that would just fill your stomach. Soup is a good one. Check your dates. Check your dates because they're pulling out old stuff just to put on the shelf. So check your dates. But soup is a great thing to buy. Um, let's see what else. I always can tomatoes, and I always. By the way, gardens are going in. I feel like a squirrel today. All right, I'm going to squirrel it. If you haven't thought about a garden, think about a garden, even if it's a pot with some tomatoes or cucumbers. I'm going to do my small garden again this time. And then the Dakota County Extension is working with families and they're helping them start gardens. So I hope to be part of that. I know I'm building the copper wires for their gardens. And if you're thinking about it, yeah, start a garden, tomato plant, cucumber. My big thing are tomatoes, cucumbers, and zucchini. Oh, zucchinis are the best. And we always did pumpkins, and I haven't been able to find pumpkin pie seeds. If you've never had a pumpkin pie from an actual pumpkin, oh, you're missing out. You are so missing out. It is so good. It's not like the can. Granted, the can is cheap, it's easy to do, whatever. But if you ever, and you just steam it, you literally clean it off, cut it in fours, don't even take the peeling off. You put it right inside the steamer and you steam it. The peel comes off, you smash it, and that's your pumpkin. That's like I'm gonna try to find those this year. Find some actual pumpkin pie seeds. Because that's something we can just throw out down by the river and see if they grow. Great. If they don't, they don't. But we can throw some seeds out on that. So that's where I know gardens will be coming in here pretty soon. I have not started any seedlings. I used to do all my own seedlings. I used to start all of them, but I started them in February. So if I didn't do it, if you didn't do it in February, then it's too late. It used to be Good Friday. Yeah, Good Friday is when you put potatoes in. I haven't done potatoes. I will do a couple mounds of potatoes. I have some in there ready to go in the ground, but I got to get my garden ready. We've been working on the house and I just haven't had time. So I will do at least a couple mounds of potatoes. We don't eat a lot of potatoes. With my husband being a type 1 diabetic, it's just not something that we eat. We few and far between potatoes. It's kind of like a filler every once in a while. Okay, so they passed the bill. So we're going to put out a bunch of more money. Oh, and the TikTok sale was in that bill. Go figure. They couldn't get it passed on its own, so they added it to the bill. Hey, what the hell? So TikTok's going to be changing. Yeah, TikTok's going to be changing. That'll be interesting to see what happens. I've never been a TikTok person ever, simply because I see the psychological ramifications of it. Instagram's bad enough. X is bad enough. TikTok is at a whole nother level. So that'll be interesting to see what happens or when it actually Just because they say they passed it doesn't mean it goes into effect right away. And I haven't looked at when it goes into effect. So who knows? Election wise, who cares? Who cares? It's been proven now. If you have not seen it, our big elections, we don't get to control that. I'm very, very disheartened by our elections. So, and I never used to be like that. I was like, go vote. I was a Ted Cruz girl. I really liked Ted Cruz. He messed up. He messed up. Anybody. Oh, where are the geese? Oh, there they go. They've been sitting by the dock. Ted Cruz messed up. Anybody who's voting to send our money overseas, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. So, and I know taxes are going up. On my insurance guy just told me that my renewal comes out in June, and he's forewarning me that he's seeing raises in homeowners and car insurance, average between what would he say, 30 to I want to say 60, but I don't, that doesn't sound right. Increase in because of the cost, because of the 30 to 60% increase because of the cost of one, rebuilding a home, and the cost of what new cars are. I just bought a new car. They're expensive. I just built a house. It was fucking expensive. It was way over our budget. Well, I budget and then I add 20% to it. Now add another 20% to that. Just because is higher. So it is what it is. I we were able to do it. But it definitely, so I'm going to be interested to see how my renewal goes with and let me know if anybody else is seeing it, because I think that was a big thing. I really, that's going to hit people pretty hard. And the thing is it rolls into your escrow if you have a mortgage. So you don't actually see that until, then that's the tricky part of it. You won't actually see the increase until next year when they pay out your taxes. They pay out, and your escrow and your taxes, your insurance and taxes, then you'll get a letter in the mail. So that's when it's going to hit people. It won't hit people until next year because their escrow accounts will be short. So then what they'll say is, okay, we're going to, and I always tell people this, and they never tell people this. When you buy a house, always assume your payments are going to go up every month, every year. Assume it. So buy on the lower end, keep your payment down, because next year when they reevaluate your house, when they redo your insurance, your payment goes up. It can go up anywhere from like $20, $5 to $200 a month, just because of shortage on escrow, which is your insurance and your taxes. And a lot of us saw it last year with our taxes, simply because uh, the valuations of houses just skyrocketed. You want to know what's ironic is when we bought this house, our taxes were huge because of the evaluation of it. And so that's what was escrowed in. We bought it at a lesser price. The prices came down. Our taxes, our payments went down, which was great. But now they're back up to where they were when we initially bought the house, because evaluations have just gone absolutely batshit crazy, which is why prices of houses are so high. So, yeah. All right. So, have I told you enough? Protect your four walls. Make sure that you're not overspending. Make sure you please stay away from payday loans. Stay away from anybody who's got this easy fix for you. There is no easy fix right now. We have to grind. We have to work. We have to figure things out. There is no easy fix. So stay away from those if possible. Um, Yeah. Otherwise, I am so grateful. And I have woke up every day. Yesterday was hard. There's a lot of emotions, and I'm going through a lot just because of everything going on and everything that I have to do. And there's so much, you guys. There's so much out there. But it's not impossible. It's just a little bit problematic at times when you have to take care of this instead of this. So, yeah, but it's good. It's all good. And people are going to be okay. And yeah, you can't save anybody. They have to figure it out themselves. They have to figure that out. And that's the best way of putting it. It doesn't mean you be mean to people, because you don't be mean to them. You show them compassion, you show them love, but have your boundaries up, because that's going to be very, very important coming up. Well, it already is. It already is. There's so much more coming. I can't even tell you, because it would just freak people out. Not in a bad way, though. People get freaked out because I have been sitting with this energy and with this knowledge for so long that I have been trying to share it for a long time. People don't want to hear it. People can't hear it. You're programmed into this, whether it be religious and um, the wars. I'm going to tell you my stance on the wars. I don't want to see anybody die. I'm not picking a side. That's above my pay grade. All I do know is that I don't want to see people die. End of story. End of story. I don't think that's out of the realm to request, to believe. Um, so yeah, and I don't want to see my kids, my son, my daughters go to war for another country. I don't want to see that. Mm-mm. No. Is it in my best interest? No. So is it? We really have to ask that question. We really are going to have to sit down and ask this question. Is it in the best interest? Congratulations to everybody that got their student loan write-offs. Congratulations. Good job. That's all I got to say to that one. It's I actually went on, and I went on a feed, and this is how the guy explained it. Oh my God, knows nothing about economics and was a college with student loans. So he explained it like this. You guys don't understand the that the forgiveness of student loans is actually not, the money's already been spent. So the money doesn't have to be repaid because it's already gone. So to forgive it, there's nobody's out any money because it's already been spent. I had to sit back. People are so, that hurt my heart, because he didn't know just general economics, and everybody was being so mean to him on there, and just so mean. But he truly believed that. He truly believed that. So if I loan somebody $100 and they spend it, and then I forgive that loan, who's out the $100? Well, that would be me, because I forgave it, if I forgave it. So if the government's forgiving, who's out that money? You have to remember, they didn't control student loans before. Um, we saw this. This has been coming for years. This has been coming for years. It used to be private for student loans. It used to be Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, but a lot of the mortgages were private. Um, they weren't government. So that's another thing. That's also, I think I have a conspiracy theory on that one with the housing, because you used to be able to hire your own um, appraiser for your house. Seriously. I bought a house and we were able to hire a general contractor appraiser. Well, now it has to be a government appraiser. Whether you want to say it or not, it has to be a government appraiser. So that's very interesting. And that's how they got into it. And then they spiked. And it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. All you can do is work within the system as best as you can. Protect your four walls. Have a wonderful day. Be grateful for everything. I mean, just be grateful for everything. I used to say I'm grateful for my slippers, and I still do. I'm grateful I have my slippers to put on in the morning. Just be grateful. So I'm going to go. I have lots of stuff to do. I have a grandson birthday the end of this week, so I have to get ready for that and send stuff off. And I'm going back over the house, and I keep messing with my hands because I have literally been up since 2 o'clock doing all of the wood and getting all of the outside wood done for all the windows and doors and finishing up the doors. And so my hands are really sore. They used to get sore like that carpal tunnel. And I've had surgery a few times, but I don't use my hands as much until this last couple of days or a few weeks. So I'll get through it. I'll wear my brace at night and everybody will be fine. So have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow with the energy update for the day. Thanks. Oh, oh, now I'm into something I can't. I can't. Oh, there we go. There's the right button. See, I'm learning. I'm learning.